Nancy Pelosi at it again, purchasing $5 million worth of Nvidia contracts. And let's go ahead and break it down. I'm going to start sharing my screen so you guys can see exactly what it is that I'm looking at. And you guys can let me know down in the comment section what you think about this and if it sounds suspicious. So Nancy Pelosi just purchased $5 million worth of Nvidia call options. And this is a considered in the money call option. So Nvidia's share price is up 227% this year. And one of the biggest things is that she ended up buying 50 call options with a strike price of $120 with an expiration of December 20th, 2024. So pretty much a year from where it is that we are as of right now. One of the biggest reasons that this is kind of like raising some eyebrows is, well, Nancy Pelosi, just to put it in very simple terms, has an annual salary of about $200,000 a year, right? Yet she has a supposed net worth of $290 million. She also has an amazing track record when it comes down to purchasing stocks of companies that she regulates right before they announce something big. I wanted to give you an example of this and then let me know in the comments section what you think. So Nancy Pelosi's husband, again, a lot of the times if the actual candidate that works obviously for the White House can't purchase it, or if it might look too suspicious, they might have some family members actually end up purchasing. And it says Nancy Pelosi's husband has stirred scrutiny for years over his stock purchases. The biggest one that I would say that raises some red flags is that Pelosi's latest headache ignited after her husband, Paul, who owns a San Francisco investment and consulting firm, bought more than $1 million worth of Nvidia, a computer chip company, just weeks before a congressional vote that would provide massive subsidies to the industry. So imagine that. Nancy Pelosi is a politician that regulates and oversees pretty much these companies. And therefore, she has obviously access to information that we don't, right? And then now we have her husband that is placing these trades that obviously yield a very large amount of return. This isn't also just the first time. Nancy Pelosi also just 2 weeks before Microsoft announced a $22 billion contract with the US government, they ended up purchasing $1 million worth of option call contracts that obviously ended up making them a ton of money. So I first wanted to share the news with you and then wanted to see what you guys thought, if it seemed a little suspicious. But the thing that I find to be really interesting is, I mean, this is considered an in-the-money call option, right? With $120 $120 strike price for next year. So Nvidia as of right now is trading nearly at all-time highs. So it has previous all-time highs of 505.44. Nvidia, especially in 2023, has done exceptionally well due to its investment in the AI space, and because of that increase of demand, obviously it has set Nvidia to new all-time highs, making it one of the newest companies to reach $1 trillion market cap. The really surprising thing about this is that, again, we are very, very overbought, and if anything happens next year, right, where there could be a potential pullback, might not be, again, the best position to potentially be in for someone like Nancy with these $5 million worth of call option contracts. But the thing that we also need to take into consideration is that we all know that the cheap can always get cheaper, but also things that are overbought can always get more expensive. If there were to be any announcement that there is a new contract either a few weeks from now or a few months from now, I think it's going to raise a lot of red flags of, okay, well, now this really doesn't make sense because people like you and I were not aware of that insider information. It's also, I think, why it's become one of the most popular shirts on our site. But again, obviously, we made this as a joke. You guys don't, if you get offended by it, then I guess that's your own problem. But we have a really popular shirt. It's called Trader of the Year, and it's called Inside Trader of the Year. Obviously, Nancy Pelosi, because of her amazing track record when it comes down to trading, is available at shoptechbuds.com. But I found it to be a perfect time. Nvidia, right towards the end of the year, $5 million worth of call option contract, a strike price of 120 to be expired by next year, December 2024. You guys let me know down in the comment section. Does this raise some red flags for you guys? Or do you think that it's a fair play for any politician to be able to invest in companies that they personally regulate, possibly getting some insider information that people like you and I, just normal, normies, wouldn't have access to? So wanted to stop on in, see what you guys thought, and if you guys think that it's going to go higher, then again, if you guys like following these politicians to see what companies you want to invest in, then I guess there's one more stock that you guys are going to have to pay attention to in 2024. Other than that, I hope and wish you guys an amazing Merry Christmas Eve. Hopefully you guys have an amazing holiday. If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to shoot me a direct message. Right now, for the holidays, we are running our biggest sale to $175 off, and it's the second link in the description down below to be able to watch me trade live every single day. So you get to see my entries, my exits, but most importantly, you get to hear the whole thought process behind every trade I take. And again, that is that second link in the description down below if you want to tune on in. I appreciate your time. Hope that earned a thumbs up. Please consider subscribing. And like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.